Sip, what's going on? Hey, thank you for coming back to Sip, Smoke, and Share. This is a glimpse into my life. Uh, I get excited about things that I do. I'm a very passionate person, but this is about part-time investing. So I was looking at my investments this morning, my part-time investments, and there are four, four things. I have four platforms that I invest in part-time. I have Coinbase, Fidelity, Robinhood, and the second Coinbase. And so I was looking at my things this morning, my little spreadsheet, as I looked at my deal, and I got excited because I'm up an average of 7% in Coinbase. I believe this is Coinbase. Let me look. In Fidelity, I'm up 6%. Uh, Coinbase One, I'm up 8%. Robinhood, I'm up 9%. And Coinbase Two, I'm up 6%. And this is all part-time investment. And the total of those this week, I'm up about $635. I started out in September 1st. I'm up since September 1. I'm up about $800. So I'm very happy with that. And this is part-time investment. This is investment of monies that I would have spent just doing stuff that I do. So, so this is not money that I need for something. This is money that I would have spent, for instance, if I used to go out to eat every day, and I stopped doing that. So I may go out 2 nights a week, and then I take the money for 3 days. If it's $40 or $35, I take that $105 and invest it for that week. So this is how I do. So again, this is Sip, Smoke, and Share. This is not a financial channel. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. These are just things that I do and what I've done to earn passive income, for the last couple of years. I've been doing this for, I think, like 2 years because I have a friend, T is in Chicago, and he told me a while ago that I should invest in 4 things. And those 4 things are things that the world will always need. What will the world always need? For one, the world will always create waste. So we're always gonna need to deal with waste. So invest in those companies that deal with waste. Things that you use on the daily. What is it that you use on the daily? Things like household products. Also, what else do we use? Things like household products. Healthcare products. So those types of things. So companies that come to mind will be Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson. The third thing he told me to invest in is things that you consume or buy. So I like Nike, invest in Nike. I like Adidas, invest in Adidas. If you like, I invested Robinhood, so I'll invest in Robinhood. You invest in Netflix, invest in Netflix. You use Apple stuff, invest in Apple. You purchase stuff from Target, go invest in Target. So invest in those things that you use. So therefore, when you purchase things from this company, you're actually making money for yourself. I drive a Ford truck, or I have a Ford truck. I drive a Chevy now, but I have a Ford truck, so in invest in that. I drive a Lincoln, so I invest in Ford. And also the fourth thing he told me was to invest in the future. And that's what this conversation is about, because back in October, so the wave of the future is, everybody's familiar with drones. So the next new thing is a drone that you can fly in, which is called the eVTOL, electronic vehicle takeoff and landing. And so the FAA has been making strides to get this started. And so the 2 companies that I was told about by my buddy in Chicago was Joby Aviation and Archer Aviation. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I do. So I want to break this down and just kind of show it to you. So he told me about this. He called me, he sent me a text and boom, boom, said, hey man, check this. This is the wave of the future, just like batteries was a couple of years ago before Tesla took off. He said, hey, look into Archer Aviation and Joby Aviation. The stock is about $3 each. That was back in October. So I went and did the research. back in October, this stock was like $2.97 the 1st of October. Then by the middle or the end of it went up to three. Right in by November, it had rose, I think, like 15%. It went to $3.15. So from October to end of October, it went 15 cents. Then by the end of November, it jumped 3 times. It went to $9.57. So from October to December 2 months, this stock went from $3, $6, $9. So it jumped twice. Then it spiked again. It went up to $11. Then it went up to $12. It went up to as high as 13. And that's, I think, because of the news and the things that were going on with the regulatory agencies and them getting certified to start having air travel. I did a video before, I can't remember when it was, but I read that in Chicago, they created a helipad, basically like a large parking lot over in the middle of town, and that's gonna take people out to the big airport. So, and I think that has to do with one of the spikes. But the reason for this video is because this morning, I get on, and I usually check my stuff once a week or once a day. Sometimes I'll look, some days I'll forget. But I went on Google this morning, and then they had an article about, what did it say? 2 eVTOL, and this is on Yahoo Finance. 2 eVTOL stocks to buy. And then it went and talked about Archer Aviation and Joby Aviation. And it says that the FAA and the White House launch a pilot programs in 2025 to accelerate the eVTOL certification for select companies. Then it talks about Archer, and they having about $1.7 billion in cash. And then it talks about Joby, as I did a video last week, I believe, where Joby and Uber have created a merger. So now you will be able to get in one of these little drone helicopters, and boom, go somewhere. So just imagine that. That'll probably be next year, probably the end of next year. But so this is what this video was about. So this is for part-time investors. Again, I'm no financial advisor. This is just what I've been doing. This is coming whether you invest in it or not. I'm not advising you to invest in it. I'm just telling you what I do. If you play the stock market, if you have stocks, if you know what you're doing, you understand what I'm saying? You can create your account and go. But the stock today is, what's the day? Archer stock is $9.15. So Archer stock is $9.15. Archer is projected. You understand the day? So I spent $150 today, and I think I bought me 15 shares, some more shares. So 15 shares of Archer stock. Now on the projected by 20, because this is short term. I do part-time investment. I get in some stuff, get out maybe a couple of months. When I see it's in the red and it's been there for a while, I may get out, because this, this is not money that I need to pay my house note, or some money that's allocated for a bill. This is money, extra money that I just play with, in essence, and I'm watching it grow. You understand what I'm saying? By using these 4 tools and 4 hints. So the future is coming, whether we invest in it or not. That's one thing you have to understand. The future is coming. Whether you invest in it or not, it's going to happen. So by 2030, that's in about 2030 is 4 years, 3 months away. So this stock, Archer, is on the low end, is slated to do between $15 and $25. So that means, just say you bought it today, and just say you bought 10 shares today. It costs you $100. Let's just say it goes to $20 by 2013. So if you bought 10 shares, you done doubled your money in 5 years. On the high end, it's slated to go to $60 to $75 by 2030. And that's just the projections. They could be right, they could be wrong. These are financial people with more with credentials behind their name. So this is just what they're thinking. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I do. I just wanted to bring that to you and let you know what I'm doing with my time, my spare money, and my change. You understand what I'm saying? I made a lifestyle change. I said, hey, I can't, run the streets 5, 6 nights a week. I can't be eating out. You understand? All 4 or 5 days of the week, I need to go to the grocery store and start cooking at home. So I could take that, you know, $25 I would spend here, $35, 40 if I was meeting somebody, if I was eating with somebody that's two people, that's 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100. And if you do that 2 or 3 nights a week, that money can be used. Otherwise, you just have to make smart financial decisions. So again, this is not financial advice. I'm just the goofy dude with the glasses, or that's at least what they call me. But this was on Google and Yahoo Finance this morning. So y'all make smart decisions. Oh, and please drop me a comment, like, subscribe, share. Also, if you have something that you're investing in, something that somebody else can get in, some part-time stuff, drop it, because I want to know. You understand? Thank y'all. Go Texans. Sip, sip.